Is man like Dan? Come on! Welcome to Melanated and Proud, where this channel is all about inspiring, empowering, and showcasing the black community. Today, we got a special guest coming all the way from East London, the Promised Land. You know what I mean? Wolfman's doing that. Come on. But before we begin, if you like what we're doing, if you like this channel, make sure you subscribe. And yeah, man, honestly, write down in the comment section how you feel about this video, because it's gonna be nice and special, innit? So without further ado, this man, he's a sensation, a host of the Teacher Surgery, been on Pi Radio, man's elevating, he's got his own thing going on as well. And yeah, man, I just feel like he's got a lot to say today, innit? So it's definitely gonna be challenging. And I haven't heard his story as well, innit? So I don't know how many times you shared it, but he's gonna be transparent for you guys, innit? So without further ado, let's welcome the big man.
Thank you for having me, man. Thank you. Yeah, happy to be here, man. Yeah,
pleasure, man. I'm happy we was able to get over the line.
Yeah.
Where are you from? Like, I guess nationality wise,
okay.
Also, like your heritage, innit?
Heritage. That's an easy one. Freetown, Sierra Leone. I was born in Sierra Leone.
Is it?
Yeah. So came when I was like 4 or 5, literally 4 turning into 5. And yeah, so I'm a Sierra Leonean, Freetown Bobo.
Come on. Can you speak Creole?
Yeah, so we talk Creole. But you know when you speak it and you've been in England your whole life,
yeah,
I'll be like, yeah, I know how to talk it. But if you speak to someone from, they just look at you like your Creole's like Anglified.
Yeah, no,
you
I
just
hear
sound
you.
like your English to them, yeah.
So you came here at like 4 or 5, okay,
Yeah.
cool. And then where was you in England? Was it like London?
Yeah. So literally grew up in East London my whole life, man. Stratford. First Stratford. Manor Park actually. Stratford. Then Beckton. Yeah. And now I live in Walthamstow, but that's separate. I didn't grow up in Walthamstow. So I've just been in Walthamstow as an adult, but I grew up in Beckton, grew up in Newham. Yeah. Went to school in Forest Gate. Yeah, went to school in St. Bon's. Yeah.
Come on.
Infamous, yeah.
What about like household wise? Like, did you grow up with both parents, one parent, siblings?
So I grew up with my mum and my dad originally, and my older brother. And then my mum died. You know what I'm saying? And then it was me, my dad, and then my dad's wife, and my little brother.
Yeah. How was you when your mum passed away?
I was 10.
10, okay.
Yeah,
so only here for like 5 years and that happened.
Yeah. Yeah, you done the maths quickly. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like I'm just thinking like life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hit you very fast, like so quickly.
Yeah.
And how was it like at that age? Because 10 is it's an age where you're aware of a lot of things, in it.
But I think that is my origin story. You know what I'm saying? Like that, everything goes back to then. If I was to go to a therapist or like if I had a biography, like it will be then everything will be like, this is where it all started. You know what I'm saying? I think everything, like how I view the world, my character, my personality, even down to my skin condition, started from that day. You know what I'm saying? From when my mum died. That was the catalyst for what went on to be. Do you understand? Yeah, I could break that down if you want.
Yeah, no, okay, we can touch up on that in a bit. I'm just thinking about, just that period of time, because obviously it's a very sad experience. And I'm even just thinking like, did you feel like you got the support that you needed at the time? Because it's hard. Like, to hold that as at any age in life, innit, it's hard. Man. But you're so young, innit? So I'm just thinking, like, since you're saying that was the catalyst, like, even before we go into other stuff, like, do you feel like you had the support you needed at the time?
Yes and no. You know what I'm saying? Yes and no. It's a techie one. Like not long after my mum died, my dad met a new partner in it. So that for me was fine, but at the same time, you're kind of like, what's the word? Dealing with it, you're dealing with the new reality yourself, and then also, it's a new reality. I just think people don't understand. You can't blame the people around. Yeah, and I hear it, man. Yeah, so you can't blame you can't blame the people around you, but it's one of those ones where you see how you say black people, we don't understand mental health, and I think our generation and the younger generation is learning that. But you see, obviously, our parents and that generation, they're like they don't understand it at all. So you can't like forgive them because they don't know what they're doing in it. So it's just you just gotta in the words of one of my friends, man, you just gotta bench press, man. Just gotta get through it. Yeah.
But that's the thing. That's so common. Just getting through it,
Yeah.
like just riding through it, and like what that happens. So what happens is then you just suppress it, innit?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
like, would you say you suppress a lot of those emotions?
Definitely. There was the physical being there for me. Like how can like honestly, like I'll be like for example, one of my best friends, like Michael, yeah. His mum and his dad and his mum ended up passing later on, which actually had an impact on me. But his mum and his dad, yeah, and his brother, his sister, him, his whole family, they were like I call them my cousins. Although it's an African thing, innit?
Yeah,
Like we say we're related, but we're not. A lot of people will
yeah,
be surprised to know
it's
we're not
normal,
actually
man.
related even
Yeah.
now. Like, but yeah, that's my cousin. That's one of my best friends. My best friend growing up, and um, I think his family played such a huge part for me during that time. Because then it's like his mum was like a motherly figure. His dad was like a father. You know what I'm saying? He was like a brotherly figure. So that was good support. But in terms of like you say, those discussions and asking you and nah, I didn't really. People didn't really have those discussions back then that we know of to have that now. Yeah.
No, I'm not surprised, man. But that even just makes it even more hard. And I'm just wondering like how your mindset was like at that time. So you're saying that that was a catalyst for your skin
Yeah.
condition. Can you elaborate on that then?
Do you know what? Yeah. You want to go all the way real, yeah,
Yeah.
in this year.
And
Like
also,
I,
I guess you can educate people on the
yeah,
condition as well. Yeah.
like without even getting to the vitiligo part,
Mm.
I'll explain that. Yeah, but I think like I don't know. You know, like the world of I don't know. Have you seen the world of I don't know. I just became disillusioned with the world,
Mm.
disconnected.
Mm.
It's like I was in a different plane.
Mm.
It's like I was in a different plane. Honestly, I didn't understand how things worked,
Mm.
and I didn't have faith in things.
Mm.
Like, how can you have faith in a system when your one solid most thing that's not supposed to ever go away goes? So it's like not like you can't trust anything anymore. Like that one thing, like your mother, who's never supposed to go, you can't trust like any system, anyone. There's no foundation. Like so, I was just disjointed with everything. So I was just going through the motions, but I didn't really um solid. I didn't really believe in anything.
You
I
say
did.
your heart got numb as well.
Yeah, it just got
Yeah.
numb. Like, but I just didn't believe in anything. I don't know how to describe it. It just everything just seemed like a movie in my head. It's like I was in a film. Like it wasn't real.
Mm.
Do you understand? I was just going through it.
No, I can imagine because
Yeah,
like no one prepares you for that. Like
honestly.
you just see that as like people that are always meant to be there,
Yeah,
innit? Especially at that age. So like I get what you're saying.
yeah. And I was just confused, man. Very confused.
Did you have anyone to speak to about how you was feeling?
Nah,
Or
you don't. Like
nothing?
I said, that's the thing. You don't talk about those feelings. Then
Mm.
I was just confused, bro. When I say confused, like I just didn't know how things worked. Honestly, I was just disjointed. I was good at making it look like I knew what I was doing. I was confused. Like even things like someone like my journey to school. It took me like 2 years before like I really knew my journey to school, bro. Do you understand? Like I was just things didn't stick in my head. I was just like baffled. And I've forgotten a lot of that time as well. You know, apparently in trauma, you forget things to help
Yeah,
you
yeah,
heal. Like a lot of a lot of that period's gone. It's like it didn't happen in my
yeah.
head. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
So
you repressed it, man. Like to
yeah.
like defend yourself in it because you
Yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
handle all of that information in
Mm.
one go, innit? So
Mm-hmm.
your body naturally just tries to suppress certain things.
Yeah, man. So yeah, that's how it went. But yeah, man.
So wow, nah, no. Honestly, thank you for even being transparent, man. Because
Mm.
like I know, even just speaking about it, it's like a difficult time to even think about. So I definitely appreciate you speaking about it. And yeah, you want to speak about your skin condition because that's also something that many people go through.
Mm.
Everyone has a different sort of experience, but also like some people need to be educated in it because a lot of assumptions, a lot of confusion, but also like hearing how you've gone through that journey of like first experiencing it, dealing with all the emotions, confusion, etc., and then how you kind of like found your voice and like overcome certain things. That's what I want to hear. So like, how did things happen?
So, um, literally, um, in my diagnosis, the doctor said, like, with the vitiligo, so it's something that's dormant in you, dormant,
Mm,
right? So it could be dormant in a lot of people.
mm,
So some people could have it, it will never show up. It could just be unlocked in your genes, right? So it's triggered by stress,
mm,
it's trauma.
mm,
So obviously, when my mum died, like it was very, very traumatic for me, innit? Because of the relationship I had with my mum and just how things panned out in it. And so I was 10. So yeah, but then that's when it started. But then later on, about a year or two later, that's when you go through year 6. But then year 7 came. So now you're going through the stress of going to a whole new school. And like Forest Gate and Betton isn't the closest when you're that young. It's close, obviously, it's really close.
yeah,
But when you're that young,
it's
it's
far.
like a whole different area.
Yeah,
You understand? It's like now instead of walking to school, you're having to catch a bus and
mm,
different buses. You're meeting different people from different schools. You're meeting different girls. Puberty's
mm,
coming into play. You know what I mean? So I think that whole period ultimately stressed me out, and then that's when it started proper showing. And then it's like a recurring. You get stressed about it,
mm,
then boom, it just ends up coming more and more and more and more. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. And then boy, it just started transforming.
mm.
Just started transforming.
Because even that, like, let's say with what you spoke about already, like your mom passing away, it's a lot of confusion,
Mm,
feeling alone. That's what
mm.
I'm getting from what you're saying. In this experience as well, of your skin condition changing, like, was it the same sort of feelings again, like confusion, like feeling alone, like
Yeah.
no one to speak to about it?
You know what's mad is that you forget, like during you forget you have it in the
Mm,
early days.
mm,
You forget you have it until something reminds you of it,
mm,
because you're not born with it.
mm,
You forget you have it until like a child asks his mum, like, "Oh, what's that?" Or someone stares at you,
mm,
and it's like, "Oh shit." You
mm,
forget you have it, bro.
mm,
Like in the early days, and those wake up calls. Like I said, I was delusional. Sometimes I'd want to forget I had it. You know what I'm saying, honestly, and it's like obviously everyone else can see you got it, but it was just that being disjointed, being delusioned or disillusioned, whatever the phrase is, and and the question was, how did it feel, bro? It felt like you know when I was young, yeah. Excuse me. When I was young, yeah, when my mum was about, I felt like I was the luckiest guy
mm,
because I had a beautiful relationship. Love my mum, love my dad. You know what I'm saying? My bros, love it all.
mm,
And then it just felt like, bruv, I've gone from one of the luckiest guys to just, what is this cloud?
mm,
Like my mum's gone, and my skin's changing.
mm,
Do you understand? It's just like, bruv, what's going on?
mm,
Like it's just bare unfortunate series of events
mm,
to me. Living what's considered a normal life,
mm,
and it's like, what the hell, man?
mm.
Like it's like,
No, I
bro,
can hear you.
it was just. So I did feel kind of now out of favor.
Mm,
Now from feeling favored at the phrase or blessed and highly favored to now out of favor.
mm,
So now that's having its own realms on your confidence, your self esteem,
mm,
your spiritual relation, your relationship with spirituality.
mm,
I mean, so yeah. So that was starting to apply at that time as well.
mm.
Yeah.
And I'm just clocking this is all around school periods of time as
Yeah.
well. So like, how was it going to school?
Yeah, man. I deal with things through humor, and
Mm,
I think I'm happy that I've got a big ego.
mm,
I'm happy. They say having a big ego isn't good. I'm happy that I've got a big ego, and everyone. This is not to say everyone's different. You know what
mm,
I'm saying? This is just how I dealt with it. Some people they'll get, and it's all right if you let things swallow you, whatever. But you see how I just think those early years, my mom instilled in me like a complex of like I'm special.
mm,
this, I'm that. So I just thought I was the best at everything, honestly. And I just felt I was special. I thought I was great. I'm thankful for those years with my mum. So by the time this started happening, I'm like, yeah, even though it started chipping at my ego, like I said, now I'm thinking, what's this dark cloud? I'm unfavored. But it's like, nah, I'm not gonna let this thing. So deep down, I'll repress it, all the feelings of like insecurity and all that. But amongst my peers and friends, I'm just bantering and trying to fit in. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, it's like secondary school, East London. Yeah, man, you had to
people
really,
onto you for everything,
yeah,
innit?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
nah, I hear you, man. But no, big up your mum, man, because
yeah,
like she definitely instilled that foundation in you, innit? And like
integral,
it's definitely prepared you for different challenges in life.
integral,
Like
integral.
even though she's only there for a short period of time, like
Yeah,
it sounds like her impact on your life is like it's like life changing. It's
bro,
for life.
integral,
You get what I'm
bro.
saying? So
Yeah,
I hear you. And when you even think about the fact that your mindset is like, okay, cool, like I got this ego, like, I'm not gonna let certain things get to me. Like, when did you clock you had to be that way? Because there's a lot of challenges that come with this condition, innit? Like, in
yeah,
fact, yeah, what are some of the challenges that come with this condition? Because, like, be aware, remember, there's other people with the same condition as well,
yeah.
innit? And some people genuinely just don't know much, innit?
Feeling, bruv, where do I start? The early one at that age, one of the earliest one you're gonna get is girls, bruv.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like now, it's like you see the tone changes, innit?
Mm.
You understand? So girls would have been an early one. Um, Feeling confident to talk to people
Mm.
because I look like an acid victim when it first came.
When the
Like
first time,
now, yeah,
okay.
it just before a lot of people used to think I was a fire or an acid victim.
Mm.
That's what a lot of people used to ask.
Okay.
So it wasn't just clear. It was very,
Like patchy.
yeah, very
Okay.
patchy. You understand? So it's like that kind of like ostracization, not feeling attractive,
Mm.
not feeling attractive for the opposite sex, and feeling ugly.
Mm.
I went to all boys school, so luckily I had a long time to repair, whatever the case is. But yeah, but then the other thing is again feeling outside of society.
Mm.
Um, like kids. I used to scare kids, bruv.
Mm.
That used to be my biggest insecurity, man.
Mm.
Like honestly, like if I was on the bus in like year 7, year 8 or whatever, throughout secondary school, bro, if there was like little children coming on or with their mum or whatever,
Mm.
I used to be scared of them because bro, you're making a kid cry for no reason.
Mm.
Like they'll be scared of you.
Mm.
It's like, and then it's
That's
embarrassing.
mad.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So, because they just see you, they've like you look like a monster to them. You're
Mm.
something, and or they'll just ask like questions that's just inappropriate, and then
Mm.
the mums or the dad's all embarrassed, and
How do you deal with that, man? Because that would have been bare annoying, like every single
oh my
second.
gosh,
Like,
bro, it was. I'm telling you now, yeah,
mm.
this kind of school that I went to, even my friends don't know it. Like, I'll be looking outside, see who's getting on the bus.
Mm.
If I'm downstairs and I see
Mm.
kids coming, I go upstairs. You know what I mean? I'll just run upstairs and I'll be like, yeah, to try and avoid them. And the put on your hoodie, go to the back of the bus. You style it out
Mm.
just to try and avoid it.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Because like you're just trying to process things yourself, innit? And now everyone's asking you questions. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you
Yeah.
scratched a couple of people because like
Do you know
it
what it
must have
is?
been jarring. Did you not?
Do you know what it is? I'm not gonna lie, man. You know what? Like when it comes to fighting, like
Mm.
I'm a good fighter, bro.
Mm.
I'm a good fighter, yeah. Not trying to encourage it.
Mm.
I think the fights happened in year 7. I
Mm.
think the school that I went to, it was your mouth, your brain,
Mm.
your wit,
Mm.
and I think I overcompensated.
Mm.
Whereas I now became I'm not that I'm proud of it. I became a bit of a villain myself,
Mm.
and there's people that I honestly think where because I don't want to be a victim. Guess
Mm.
what? You end up becoming the villain. You
Villain,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So like I'm there now. I'm the one that's
Mm.
instigating, making fun of
Mm.
other people. Like so, I'm picking. If somebody ever said anything to me,
Mm.
it was such like the pettiness was so real that
Mm.
I'm getting onto you for the rest of the year. Or
Mm.
and I'm naturally funny. So even with the vitiligo, whatever the case is, I am. There's like funny. My school was funny, but I know that I was amongst the funnier ones as well. So I knew how to like make the crowd laugh, or because my insecurity, the way that I saw it is, my insecurity is out here for the rest of the world to see. So cool. Yeah, you think it's easy to win a cussing match, cool. But what I'll do is I became good at reading everyone else's insecurities. Do you understand? So I'm gonna read what you're insecure about, and then now I'm gonna highlight that, and then once I see you react to it, now I know, oh, that is an insecurity. So then I squeeze and I squeeze. Not that it's good, but it's like where
That was your
surviving the
experience, though,
jungle,
innit?
innit?
Like, and also, it's kind of like you had to find a new identity, innit? Because it's like you're frustrated, maybe you're feeling like a victim as well, and you're aware that in the situation that you was at the time, like you might feel vulnerable. Vulnerable to attack in different ways, whether it's verbally, emotionally, whatever, innit, physically. But it's like, nah, I have to defend myself, and I can't just stay in this position.
Yeah.
So I think that's why you ended up being that person to go for people before they come for you. 'Cause it's
100%.
like a defense mechanism, innit?
Yeah.
And a lot of people that, even bully in general, like they were bullied before.
Yeah.
It's just a fact, innit?
Yeah.
And so like that in itself, where you twisted a narrative, like I feel like that's what you've had to do. Yes, originally it was like in a negative way. However, it's important that you had to shift that perspective, because I think that eventually led to you changing the perception of yourself as well, innit? So I want to know, like, with all the challenges that you've been through, yeah, what would you say was that transformational moment where, I don't know, like you just feel like you've overcome these
Oh,
challenges?
that's a good
Yeah.
question, bro. It's still overcoming.
Of course, like
Yeah.
life is always overcome,
Yeah,
but
of
I'm
course.
saying there
I
must have been
yeah.
a moment, innit?
There's been many moments,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I'll start shallow. I'll start
Yeah,
shallow.
no, take us on a
I'll
journey,
start
innit? Don't
shallow.
worry.
So for me, it's when I just like, honestly, it sounds so shallow.
No, go on.
But to a young man, it's important, and that was when I felt like girls started actually responding positively. I'm feeling like completely, like, I'm telling you, let me give you when it came to chatting to girls or members of the opposite sex, my confidence was in a garbage can, bro. I did not know how to talk to girls. I went to all boys school and I just felt unattractive. So I remember even one time I was at a fun fair with like the man them cool with my friends, and I'm just pretending that I'm confident. I'm not confident. I'm pretending, just lying to everyone. And then there was a group of girls that walked past us, and then like obviously our age, and then nobody said anything to the girls. And then someone was like, "What? You guys scared? You man, what scared to go? You man shook, whatever." Innit? So me wanting to reinforce the lie that I'm lying to everyone else and myself. I don't know. I'm like, yeah, look, okay, no, I'll go chat to them, whatever the case is. So I went to go speak to the girls, bro. By this time they're outside of earshot of the group. I walked up to approach the girls, man, and then I don't know what I said. I greeted them somehow, and then all I heard is, he's butters, man." Bruv.
To the scrap.
I-
You know, man. What are you talking about?
No, but you see
No,
what
but
it is. You see what it is, yeah.
Some of the, no,
You
sorry,
don't
but
know.
some of those people that do that, let's not even go there.
Listen,
but anyway, go
listen.
on.
You see what I said about,
Yeah.
like, if that was in school or amongst like my guys, I'll have the mouth for it and that. Do you understand? But that comment, like, it was such a knockout that I couldn't scrap, even verbally. I was knocked out, bro.
Yeah, of course you're not
I
gonna hit
was,
them, innit?
hey,
Yeah,
listen,
yeah.
I was out for 6. Like the referee, 1, 2, like I'm not getting up. Like
Countdown.
that comment
Yeah.
knocked me out.
Yeah.
It knocked me out, bro.
Yeah.
And I was just there. My feet were frozen. Nothing. I couldn't even reply back. And I'm good at all those things. But that was just a good, clean, unexpected.
But you know what? Skin condition, no skin condition, they still could have said the same thing, innit?
Yeah, I
but
know.
You're connecting the two
I'm
together.
connecting the two together. And then anyways, bro, anyway, and they walked off now, and then I've come back, and then the guys are like, "What happened?" I'm like, I made an excuse, whatever. And then so that's just I said that to say where I was where I felt completely unattractive. My confidence with girls was very low. And then now when I feel that, like later on, you know, when I'm now 16, 17, now I'm seeing that, oh, okay, I'm gaining some like female attention, positive female attention, whatever, positive comments and things like that. That actually healed me a lot, bro. You know what I'm saying? It healed me a lot. Because I honestly thought that I would never be able to gain attraction from like women, you know what I'm saying? Which was like never. So now to be like healed a little bit, it's like, yeah, wow. The other place is probably that again, which links to this because you was asking me like, how did you get into podcasting, hosting? And I told you I want to become a host presenter. I used to I've got a fear of crowds and talking to in large crowds, and performing. I've done a bit of performance in school and stuff like that. But you know what? One of the things that I done was in university. I don't like crowds. I don't like being bait or whatever the case is known. I hate that. All right, but at the same time, I like to talk to large crowds. It was such a juxtapositional position to be in. So I became ACS president. Yeah, I went up for ACS president.
President, yeah,
yeah, Presidente. Come on, the same time, Brack one. You get me? Come on,
go on.
Was it? Yes, we can. Yeah, no. And people even then that don't know that was like a big thing for me, man. Because I hate. It was like I was intimidated by people knowing who you are and things like that, or whatever the case is. So I'd say when I started doing that, and I'm like, okay, you know what, I can speak in front of large crowds and get positive feedback. And I'm doing events, I'm hosting events, I'm putting on events, I'm talking at live shows. And it's good. Like I'm actually like I'm seeing compared to even other people, I'm good at this. Like I'm like, I'm making people laugh in the audience. People are coming up to me, as you know what I'm saying? Started, yes, I'm like, okay, cool. This is good. That healed me. That healed a very, very big like, oh, I don't want to talk in front of no one. I avoid, you know.
You know what that is though, because like when you even think about confidence in general, those people have insecurities, innit?
Yeah.
And like you said earlier on, which is interesting, you said that your insecurity is exposed. And that's the difference. So you're learning how to like thrive in spite of this insecurity, yeah?
Yep.
Whereas other people, they might look the part, but deep down they're bound in it because they are insecure and so they're not doing nothing. So what, without you actually knowing, is you're showing so much confidence. You're showing so much like, I don't know, self-development. That then becomes attractive even to women because it's like, rah, like in the end of the day, like cover is just like that's just the instant connection. You know what I'm saying? Like to get to any sort of like depth in life, it's all about what's inside.
Hando.
And that's what they see. They see what's inside it, and that's all that matters. Because in the end of the day, you can be the baddest bee. It means nothing if inside is whack, innit? So like, yeah, man, I feel like that's why for you, when it comes to speaking in public or whatever, like you're the guy, bro. Inside, you're the guy naturally. Like it's natural to you, and I feel like for you to progress like you have already, like it's just understanding like, yeah, like you've got things that other people don't. Like, yes, there's this one thing, one minor element. I don't want to offend anyone because maybe it's major. But what I'm trying to say is that you've made it minor because you've got so many other major qualities to give. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. And what you said is you hit the nail on the head, man. Because I actually said that I'm lucky that my insecurity is forefront because I don't want to offend anyone, but I say the truth is what hurts people, right? I couldn't hide my truth and my insecurity, but other people, they hide their truth so much that it's painful when it becomes exposed. The exposure is the pain, not the actual truth. The exposure is the pain. You understand? So it's like you're running from it, but it's when the actual reality of it is less painful than because you've buried it so deep. That exposure is what's hurting you. You know what I'm saying? Whether it is like I'm just gonna give you an example. Like say for example, like I'll use me, my skin condition. I used to pretend that it wasn't there in my head. Because like I said, remember I said in my head 9 times out of 10 I forget it's even there. And then somebody saying I remember his name, I'm not gonna say his name, But someone 2 years above me when I was in year 8, yeah, I was like cool with him, and then me and I having an argument, yeah, and he's like, "Shut up, you patchy bastard," like that, and he goes, "You look like a cow." Like these are the things that you know what I mean, bruv. It hurt then because I'm like, oh, is this how people see me? I didn't know this is how people see me. Do you understand? But now if you say it to me now, like, I'm not hiding from it. Do you understand? If you're fat and you're overweight, that's cool. Yeah, right? If you're hiding from it and someone says it, it's like, oh my God. But if it is who you are and do you understand? It's like, yeah, what? You know what I mean? Like kind of thing. And it's like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying for us to be calling people names and things like that. I'm just saying for you, for people, their insecurities are so buried that the truth, when people get to it, that's the vulnerability that pains people. So me, I didn't have the luxury of hiding it or burying it for most of my years. I just had to deal with it. So it kind of gave me a kind of an advantage. And then just learned, for me, it just taught me all of my other insecurities. You know what I mean? Like, so what?
Well, you know what you said is so powerful, man. Like, and I hope everyone's listening, man, because like, yeah, you just hit on the nail. And I'm even just thinking, like, the fact that you've gone through all of that, yeah, and you've got this mindset, it's only gonna help you long term. Like, in the end of the day, skin is only one aspect to you. It's not your whole identity.
Yeah.
And so where there's an area that people are being criticized, that's only one part of you, innit? But if you feel like that's all of you, that's when you're gonna be held back. That's when you're gonna feel like you can't do nothing. That's when you're gonna feel inferior because you've decided to feel like this is you.
Yeah.
This is all you are.
Yep.
And like what it is, it's just a difference. It's a difference in appearance.
Yeah.
And that's the same difference why people are, let's say for example, even racist to other people because of that difference in look, different in nose, in hair, blah blah blah. But once you get past the difference, you accept the difference. Again, it goes back to inside, innit? That's what I'm trying to say. So it's like, obviously, I don't want people to feel offended, like I said, but I just want to like use an example to show that there's more to you than just the problems you're facing.
If you carry it, if you carry it, you let let your other characteristics and your other things that you're blessed at take through. People would all my best friends, like they all say it, bro. I forget you even have it. You know what I'm saying? Like when because they just
because the focus is not on that.
Exactly, yeah. They just see me for my actual characteristics. Look at what's his name? The short guy, the comedian.
The one that done the fighting thing.
No, the one that says pineapples.
Oh, Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart, right?
My guy. Hey, come on soon, yeah.
Kevin Hart, I think, is a good example of what I'm trying to say, right? You know, his whole laugh at my pain. He's like, listen, I'm a short guy. You know, I get emasculated because he's exceptionally short, right? I get emasculated, but you know, that's his insecurity. But he's got such a powerful personality. He's a comedian. He's funny. He's charismatic, and that makes him 10 foot tall to other people. You know what I mean? And to the fact that he's endearing to a majority of people. So yeah, we can laugh at his pain. Cool, his height is a negative in the world that we live in, but actually, the fact that he's just hit it head on and let his other great things come through, then it's a minor. It's like me. Like when people, again, you said it. I was gonna soak on it. You said, you know how many times, especially when I was younger, or even up to now, or people, I love it when people underestimate me when they thought, oh, he's gonna be insecure or whatever. I'm the furthest from that. Even when I was pretending, I was still the furthest from it. You know what I mean? I'm not. So I loved like coming out and seeing like letting people know I'm funny, I'm cool, I'm this and that, and people be like, "Bro, I didn't expect." Do you understand that? Like I used to enjoy that, especially when I was
And
younger.
you're showing more strength than them.
Yeah.
Them that quote unquote has it all. You're showing more strength than them. So then they become weaker.
Yeah.
Mentally, physically, whatever in it, because they're like, rah, they're surprised.
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
now you're inspiring them.
Yeah.
Someone that they thought they can take the piss out of or joke about. Now it's like, rah, I actually respect this person because they got something I don't have.
Yeah.
Like, and it's just mad, like how I guess humanity does that, innit? But like you said, it's just about understanding that, okay, cool, we got the difference, and yeah, so, and what? Like, this is still me, innit? And when I think about even the stuff that you want to do, like, you're going to do them, like, the presenting, all that type of stuff on a bigger scale. That's coming soon, don't watch, that's coming, innit? And so even when you step on those different sites, yes, people gonna have opinions in it, but you're gonna have to deal with it as well. So like, what would you say has been one of the key ways that you've dealt with it? Like, and I guess you can present it as like a practical tip for those that are going through like self doubt, for those that are feeling insecure, for those that have gone through some sort of challenge that is being laughed at or criticized. Like, what advice do you have?
In my first year of uni, yeah, I wrote a diary, bruv. Yeah, not a diary, but it was like it was Ayanla Van Ayanla. It was Ayanla. Anyway,
I'm speaking Creole, Spanish, everything, Italian. What the
sorry,
flip are you
sorry,
saying, fam?
apologies,
What
apologies.
language is that, bruv?
Ayanla is the name of the writer. I
Okay.
forgot Van Zot or something. I forgot.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot her last name anyway. But anyways, that's not important. The important part is I was reading a book of hers whilst accompanying the book I used to write.
Mm,
But essentially what that helped me done, it was about stripping the ego,
mm,
right? And that's why I come to that conclusion. Honestly, a lot of people wear masks. You know what I mean? We wear masks, and I think you need a mask for society. You do. Even right now, I'm bearing my truth, but I'm still wearing a mask. I'm still being performative, and I'm aware of that. But at least I know how much I'm in control of how much I put on and I put off. Other people, they're not. And other people, they've got so many masks, they don't even recognize their own selves. And I think, like I said, I think what helped me is to just say, look, this is who I am. Like, I'm Desmond. Like, this is me without my mask. I've got vitiligo. You know, this is my reality. This is it. And like, be honestly open with yourself. Open with yourself. And accept. And when you accept yourself, that's it. That's it. Once you accept yourself, because when you don't accept yourself, no one else will. When you accept yourself, now you've got a place where others can accept you. You know what I'm saying? So it's just to unpack that mask, man. That lying to yourself that you're doing, like that delusion that most people are. Like, it's a subconscious delusion where we just because it hurts. The truth hurts people, so your ego just keeps on burying it, man. But you gotta just do that unpacking it, and by unpacking it, that's just me writing to. I was writing to myself. I was writing to myself, writing about my parts of my personality. Who am I actually? And
what, so like the good sides?
the
Like,
good and the bad sides.
Okay.
You know, because you overcompensate. You know, are you trying to be this? Are you trying to be a bad man? Why are you trying to be a bad man? What is it about you that you're trying to prove to everyone that you're the biggest, baddest? What is it about you that you're trying to prove to everyone that you're the sexiest? What is it about you that you're trying to prove to everyone that you're the funniest? Why do you want to wear these clothes? Like, do you understand? Just unpack it, unlayer it, and like and see where it comes from, innit? And I did that for me, just coming to truth with who I am. But writing it, that was important. Yeah, writing it.
Is that something you still do, or like you're good now?
Not as much. I've done that. I'm in a much better place, but in that first year period, I used to write down a lot, just talking to myself, literally. Yeah.
But you done the groundwork, man. And like when I think about again, like I can genuinely just see you being on stage doing your thing, because it's like you only get to certain places once you've gone through the process, innit? And like what comes with all of that sort of I guess fame or whatever that people do, pressure, is criticism, negative feedback, blah blah blah, insults, classes, etc. Whatever you want to say, yeah. You had that already. You've dealt with that already, innit?
Yeah.
And so like by the time you're in certain stages, it's like it's not gonna touch you, because it's like, listen, this is mine now. Like you think that's gonna get to me? Like, listen, I've gone through fire, I've gone through all the type of stuff.
Trust
Like,
me.
that's mine now. Like
Yeah.
and so like yeah, man, I feel I can just see how like life prepares you for the battles you're gonna face. And yeah, no, it's just inspiring to hear, man. And like, bruv, you're even gonna go do motivational speaking. I can see it, you know. I can see it. I can actually see it. And so like even now, yeah, with the other things that you got going on, I remember you mentioned that you got your podcast, the teacher surgery,
teacher
as
surgery.
well.
I've got karaoke, poetry. It's a little fun event that I do. Yeah.
How often is that? Is that what?
It's meant to be monthly, man.
Okay.
But I know a lot of the people that come to it, they're waiting for the next one. The next one might be in December, or I just pull off a January one. Yeah. So yeah, that's coming soon. Coming back soon.
I got a question as well, like, because obviously you got a lot of young people watching as well. Like, where do you think like self-doubt come from?
Mm. You're supposed to have self doubt. I think. I think it's your. You have to have a. It's the balance.
Yeah.
It's what balances you, right? But don't live the same way. It's bad. Listen, just as much as self doubt is bad, it's also bad to be delusional where you think your everything you do is untouchable. So the two together is what balances you. Um, but self doubt is it could be things that are objective, but it could also be coming from things in your life. For example, it's not objective. It's just fear. It's just trauma. It's just family members speaking to you in the past. It's just society. It could be, for example, it could come from racism. For example, imposter syndrome. You know what I'm saying? That's not an objective self that. But people are scared to go into certain fields because they think that's not for me. I'm not supposed to be in that industry. I don't belong here. Or it could be imposter syndrome from classism, not racism. You think people that come from my community and where I'm from don't belong in those places. That's self doubt. That's not objective because you actually might have every right to be there. So you need to break down those barriers as well as the internal ones that come from maybe parenting mistakes that our parents done, or maybe negative family members, whatever the case is. That's a, oh, maybe you've like just our parents don't realize some of the insecurities they build. You know what I mean? So and then it could be just it could come from any other place, So you, like I said, you need to know where all the voices in your head are coming from. You see the voices in your head. That's why I wrote it down because you need to know which voice is talking at which time. Is it you talking, or is it a memory, or is it someone else talking? What is talking that's telling you don't belong? Do you understand? What you see, like Inception, is it actually authentically, organically you, or is it a seed that someone else planted that's grown? Do you understand? So you sieve it out and be like, yeah, that's bullshit, man. Do you understand? And you be honest with yourself. You could only do that when you're in a place of realness. If you're in a place of delusion and ego where you got all your masks, then you don't know which one's you. So it's just whatever. You're just, I don't know. You can never get anywhere like that. But if you're in a real place, then you can just sort sieve out the real voices and the fake voices.
Right, I got a clip, bruv.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm being real, man. Listen,
Yeah.
listen. That's a moment. Like,
Yeah.
no, it's true, man. Like that even spoke to me as well. So it's facts. And just looking back at your journey, what would you say that you learned about yourself that you didn't know before?
That I didn't know before, that I actually that people look up to me, bro. That people look up to me. I think that, again, that's one of the things that even saying it out loud, I feel weird saying it. But the truth is, right, people that I looked up to, that I thought, oh man, this is the cool kid in school, or this is the cool guy at uni, or like, I've had them come to me and be like, yo, bro, I looked up to you at school, or at uni, like this. I'm like, bro, I did the same with you. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, we're doubting ourselves, but you said it at the beginning before the cameras was on. People are always watching, and they see things in you that you can't see in yourself sometimes. And they're seeing how you get on and whatever the case is. And we've all got different superpowers, Like, cool, I'm meant to be charismatic and funny, but you might be meant to be the mathematician. Like, you might be meant to be the objective one, and you might be, whatever it is, you're good. You might be meant to be the footballer. You know what I'm saying? If I judge myself based on how good I am at this, you get me? Like, then I'm never gonna be who I'm meant to be, because you were meant for that. So when people see things in you that maybe they ain't got, then that's a blessing. That means pour it out, pour more of it out, because they ain't got it. Do you understand? And I see things in other people that I ain't got, and I admire that in them. Do you understand? And sometimes it can help me improve stuff that I want to improve in myself, or sometimes I just admire it because it's just an admirable trait. I just admire it. It's just I completely don't have that trait. I just admire the fact that you have it. So yeah, when people started saying, "Oh, that you inspire me," or whatever the case is, or positive things about me, I'm like, wow, yeah, I didn't know about that about myself. Honestly, I didn't know that. So that was quite healthy for me. Yeah.
No, that's big, man. Because even what you just saying, it made me think about the part where you mentioned how like when you have something that someone ain't got, they kind of want that as well.
Yeah.
Innit? And it's like, yeah, it's understanding that you've got traits that people don't have in it, and that in itself is like your selling point. Like that in itself draws people to you because it's something about you, in spite of what people have told you in the past, in spite of how you feel about yourself.
Yeah.
There's value in you, innit?
Yeah. Yeah.
You might have thought that you've no longer got value, but you've got mad value.
Yeah.
Like, and
And
it's
that's
just
for everyone, man.
understanding
You
that,
got
yeah.
something that's proper. This thing, it's like I just look at the world. This is my spiritual outlook. I just think that we're all like a big jigsaw puzzle that we're just all meant to slip in, and we've all got something to offer, man. That's not the same as the other person, but equally as important. You understand? It's meant to just fit in, and it's like your what your values complements mine, but it's not the same as mine. Because if everyone in the world had the same values, it'd be a very rubbish world. And if everyone in the world had my values, nothing mathematically will be getting done, bro. Because I'm the worst at maths. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just not.
But you know what? I see it as like flavors, like ingredients.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone's got their own ingredient
That's
in it,
it,
their own flavor. If you got the same flavor, it'll be quite bland in it. But everyone's got to have different parts to themselves to contribute to that meal, in it.
Yeah.
So it'll be nice. Like,
trust me, there would be no rocket scientist if everyone had my personality.
yeah.
Man, trust me.
Nah, you might have it in you, innit?
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's true.
But I hear your point though, innit? And so like that's enough deep diving in your life, innit?
Yeah.
But what else have you got going on? What else do you want people to know about as well?
Yeah, man. So listen, if more importantly, anyone, if you want a host presenter, you know, if you got events or shows, now's a good time to shout at me. Don't be shy. Just Instagram me, DM me. I'm actively looking for events to do and showcase. So now's a good time, man. If you're an event promoter or you got events, just jump in my inbox and talk to me. But also
Let them know your details, innit?
Yeah, so it's Des is conscious. Yeah. So Des is conscious, all one word. That's my Instagram. That's mainly where I operate.
I'll add it in the description as well.
Yeah, Des is conscious. But also, don't forget to tune into the Teacher Surgery. It's a very big platform. Big up to Nyasha. We've been doing that for a while now, and we've had some great guests, great talks on that. And it's literally what it says on the tin. It's a teachers podcast show, which is mainly teachers, but we interview also people that are non-teachers, and we just talk about things from a teacher's point of view. But you'll be surprised how teachers literally encapsulate the whole society. You know, they're dealing with all the things that happen in society come to the classroom. So that's so interesting.
I had them on just before, innit? So,
yeah. Okay. And also, poetry karaoke. Look out for that as well. So poetry_karaoke on Instagram. It's literally your favorite songs in spoken word fashion. So if you can't sing, you can't rap, just come and perform the lyrics as a poem. So fun, so simple.
Where is it?
So I've got it in Walthamstow, right?
Well, so anyone can just rock up, like it's like
Literally,
open mic.
It's open mic,
Okay.
open mic, man, open mic. So yeah, man. So we've got some news coming out in the near future.
Whereabouts Walthamstow is it?
So it's literally on the high road. It's called the Green Area Cafe.
Is it near Black Horse or like Forest Road?
I'm saying on the high road, like it's one high road. Yeah, so when you come at the station, it's Whole Street.
Oh, Whole Street. Okay.
Yeah, it's Whole Street. Yeah, Whole Street. Yeah, Green Area Cafe. Yeah, man. Yeah, so yeah, rock on, rock up.
Definitely support, man. You can see the man you're dealing with, innit? Like he's the presenter of the Teacher Surgery as well, innit? So you're gonna see a lot more of his personality there. See him in his bag interviewing people. That's his natural stance to like be interviewing, to be presenting. So this is even like a different sort of like aspect to him where he's speaking. I don't know how many times he's done that, being the guest, but definitely.
Normally I'm doing the interviewing. Yeah.
So like, I always feel like with presenters as well, there's more that they have to them. It's just like they're having to be a specific position for the episode, innit? But I just knew you had a story to tell, innit? So I thank you for coming. Like, one thing I want to know as well, like, with all the things that you want to do, you always hear this question, innit? But I want to ask you it. What is your why?
My why.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. That's a good one, you know. My why. Honestly, my why is, it's gonna sound corny, but it's just ends to a means, like just to make the, like, honestly, it's just one, to share my gifts and talents, right? To prove myself and all my haters and doubters wrong. Not that I don't know if I have any, but if you're out there, you get me. Yeah, shout out to you. But the biggest doubt will be myself and my own insecurity. The biggest hater will be myself and that voice inside. That's the biggest hater. I want to shut up. But also, my why is to just actually, realistically, I want to just, I'm a community man. Like, I want to heal my community. I want to be in a position where I'm financially and able to network and do things, and like give back, do all that. You know what I'm saying? That's my why. To heal my family, help my community, and like really just go to that next step where I'm really able to um be in a position and powerful position, or to link with powerful people to get things happening, man, for us. You know what I mean? That's my biggest why. Yeah.
That's strong, man. And like, everything you said is like, it's inspiring and it's what's needed as well, isn't it? But it's nice that you know your why, innit?
Yeah, yeah.
When you go through those challenging times, you have to remember why you're doing it to keep building it. And like, no, it's good that you answered, to be honest, because I feel like a lot of people don't know their why. And I feel like you have to look beyond the money. You have to look beyond all those type of stuff.
Yeah.
It's your why that will keep you grounded. Your why will keep you going on, innit?
Yeah.
So it's good that you know that. But honestly, man, big pleasure for coming
man.
on, man.
Likewise,
Guys,
likewise.
this is a sensational conversation. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, like, I'm being real. Like, I've definitely learned a lot, and there's definitely like a lot of like value in the conversation that we've had. Like, even just for me as well, like just seeing how you've navigated through the different hurdles you face in life. Obviously, you never chose the different battles you're gonna go through in life, innit? But what I respect is more how you've carried yourself. Obviously, I'm not saying you got it right all the time, innit? But it's the fact that you kept going in it, and like I don't know, your mindset's different. Like, it's good. It's definitely a good thing, innit? And you definitely need to share that, because there's definitely lessons that you've learned that people want to know how to do as well, innit? So honestly, like, big pleasure. Keep doing your thing, man.
Yeah.
Keep doing your thing. Like, it's a journey. I don't know what goals you have in terms of time frame, but I'm 100% sure the more you keep just putting yourself out there, like, naturally, like, you're gonna be where you need to be. So
thank you, man.
big up to you.
Yeah. And big up this platform, man.
Come on.
We need more of these conversations. And you made it comfortable for me to speak the way I spoke. And you're certainly a great host, man. And questions were amazing. And I honestly, stay locked in, man.
Come on.
Stay locked in, people. More of these convos. Definitely.
Appreciate
this
it,
is
man.
a space for that, yeah.
Listen, we're happy to get you back if you want to do a group team or whatever, innit?
Yeah,
But
more than happy to.
What I do want to do as well, can you please leave everyone with just a few words of encouragement? It can be based on what we said today, or anything on your heart. Like, what's your final words of encouragement for your brothers and sisters?
Yeah, man. I think, listen, man, go listen to, my favorite one is, go listen to Michael Jackson's Man in the Mirror, man. I'm telling you, that's where you unlocking the ego and the mask. So talk to yourself. Like, I'm talking to the man in the mirror, man. Have that conversation. All the revolutionary things you want to do, all the big things you want to do, whether it's like you're pro-black, you're feminist, you're this, you're that, whatever the case is, you need to be able to talk to yourself first and conquer that first before you conquer anything else in it. So talk to the man or woman in the mirror, man. That's what I gotta say.
Man, you know.
Well, that track is mad. I know it's Michael Jackson. People be like, oh, yeah, it's corny.
He's a legend, man. I don't care.
Come on.
But anyway, big up.